Hi everyone and welcome to Web is Step Tutorials. This is Ahmad Fakhr and this tutorial about PayPal. In this tutorial we will discuss three parts. The first part, which is the most popular PayPal gateways and how it works. The second part, how to integrate the PayPal service with CodeIgniter framework. The third part, how the cycle works. I hope you enjoy this tutorial and understand well everything I will teach you. Let's go to the first part. PayPal payment gateways types. There is many PayPal payment gateways, but there is three most popular types. The first is PayPal Express Checkout, the second is PayPal Payment Standard, and the third is PayPal Payment Pro, or called sometimes PayFlow. I will talk about the three payment gateways, but before dig deeper into these three payments gateways, I want to talk about what is a payment gateways means, because someone hasn't any idea about PayPal payment gateways. So the payment gateways means the way or the method that can you work with PayPal to make a payment. To take an example, let's talk about PayPal Express Checkout. When someone try to pay from your website, you are a seller. We suppose that you are a seller and you have a product on your website and you want to sell this product to your buyers. So when someone visits your website and click to buy this product, he will redirect to PayPal and he will see the login page. When he enter his email address and password and click login, he will see the pay page. This is the first payment gateway, which called PayPal Express Checkout. He should have an account to complete the payment. If he hasn't any account, he should create one with sign up. He click to sign up to create new account. This is the first payment gateway. The second is PayPal Payment Standard. When someone click to pay from your website, he will redirect to PayPal and he will see a page like this. He has two options. The first option, to pay with his account. If he has an account on PayPal, or if he hasn't account, he will pay with debit or credit card. So the first is one option, to pay with PayPal. The second, you have two options, to pay with your PayPal account or pay with your debit or credit card. The third is PayPal Payment Pro, which give you a professional option to give your visitor the ability to pay on your site. He will enter his credit card information to your website and pay from your website. He will not redirect to PayPal anymore. These three options or these three payment gateways types fit to most of your visitors' needs, also fit to your needs. If you want to make it more professional, you can use a PayPal Payment Pro. If you want to make a two option to your visitors and you have not any idea about the security issues, it's supposed to work with PayPal payment standard to avoid the security issues. But it is important to know in sometimes some of these payment gateways has limitations for some countries. In our tutorial, we will focus on PayPal payment standard because it is the most popular payment with many users. Now, let's go to the part 2, how to integrate the PayPal payment standard SDK with CodeIgniter. Let's go. Now, this is the time for part 2. First, you will go to paypal.com and sign up to create new business account. Choose business account and click continue. Fill your information, and after creating this account, we will use this account to test with Sandbox. The Sandbox account is the demo version of the business account that you can use to test your PayPal account before the production release. Then you go to the Sandbox like this, Sandbox PayPal. Then you log in with your account to the Sandbox. After this, go to Accounts tab. We should log in first. After going to accounts, you should create new account. From create account, choose your country, business as web easy step. Let's make it $100. Bank for 5 years. Visa. It is available. Now create the account. Now we have new account, web easy step 2017. Now, after showing the profile, go to API credentials and you will see username, password and signature. Okay, after this, go to my apps and credentials. Create new app to use RESTful API. My products. Create the app. Now you have the Sandbox account with client ID and secret ID. You can use this account with CodeIgniter in our test. The second step is to go to config in your project, config directory, and create new paypal.php config file. Here you put the client ID and the secret ID, and you can let these settings like this. This is the log path. When something go wrong, it will save in logs here and in file like paypal.log, as you see here. This is also the level of the log. You can set it info, warn, error, or fine, like I did there. The next step is to download PayPal PHP SDK file and extract it into libraries folder like this. After doing this, you will create a controller with PayPal name, as we did PayPal. Also create a PayPal model into models and create 3 files: cancel, success, payment, credit form. Now the next step, we will discuss all the code in details. Let's go. The final part, which is understanding how the code run and how it's work to make a payment. But before digging deeper with this code, I like to make an important note: how to test the PayPal SDK and sure it's work good before integrate with your code. If you remember, we download the PayPal PHP SDK and extract it in our libraries. So before run the code, you should test the PayPal PHP SDK into your environment, because sometimes it will be an error with your environment. You could install an exam with an issue, or it is a problem with PayPal PHP SDK itself. Now, before going to your project to make your code run, you should test it first. How to test? It is a very simple. Let's paste the PayPal PHP SDK here. Go to localhost and test PayPal PHP SDK by clicking and going to PayPal REST API SDK and sample. It is run. Okay, to be sure, click try it, but first choose your payment gateway. I will use this. If you have a good response like this with no errors, so the PHP SDK work is good and your environment work is good. Now let's go to our example. Here is the PayPal controller. First, we load the bootstrap.php from sample into REST API SDK PHP. Our mission here to create a payment with our site. If you have a different mission, you can copy and paste from these examples. You have all the examples in the payments folder in sample in REST API SDK PHP. We use create payment example, copy and paste it here. Now, how we work with this example? First, load bootstrap.php and use these classes. Then in the constructor we should load the PayPal model and load the config with the authentication, client API and secret, and in the index we load payment credit form. This is the view for the credit form. Here we should fill the item name. You can name it with your product name and the item number. You could also put the product ID or any number. Item description, the description, the tax, if there is a tax, the price, item price, the tax details, and the subtotal. Remember, these numbers should be corrected. If it is wrong, the calculated will be wrong. Then the service for PayPal will not work correctly. Now this form will send all these details to create payment with PayPal. Here, create payment with PayPal methods. We load the settings, the payment method, which is PayPal, the name, item name for product, item number, item description, the currency is USD dollar, quantity is 1. You can change the quantity as you like from your system, the price from item price. Now we set the item list. You can make many items. You can make a loop with many items and use session and set all these items array to set items. But in our example we use one item only. We set the details tax, details subtotal, currency, and in the transaction we make a description, payment description. You can change the amount which comes from here. Invoice number, it should be a unique number. The item list, to set all your items here, and set the page URL, redirect URLs, which redirect after complete or fail the payment to your application again, which is benefit to alert your user for the status for the payment, if it is completed or it is failed. Now we redirect to the controller PayPal and the function get payment status, which tell us what happened to this payment. This is the set return URL, which is fired when someone complete the payment, and this when someone click cancel. Now we create the new payment, set the intent to sell. Sometimes it will may be as a donate. Set the pair with the pair information and set the redirects and transactions, and if it is completed we create the payment, else we catch the error and print the error. You should remove this and make it as an error in your log, because no one should see these errors. After this we make a redirect. If it is a redirect, if everything is good, it make a redirect and redirect to get payment status. In get payment status we get the payment ID, the pair ID, the token. All this will return it from PayPal. When PayPal is make a successfully payment, it will return the response data, as you see here. We will see the payment ID and pair ID and the token. We will make a check. If the pair ID or token ID is empty, then we see the payment fail, because pair ID and token ID were returned when the payment is successfully work. Then by the payment ID and the API information authentication, we returned the other data. This is the check for the result state, if it is approved and the authentication data is good for the user credit or PayPal account verified and approved. The transactions get all data from it and then pass all this data to the create function, which our function in the model. Let's open the model, PayPal model. This is the create function, the transaction ID, the payment method, the pair status, pair mail, total, subtotal, tax, payment state, created date, updated date, then insert to payments table. After this we see the payment success message. If someone has cancelled, we will go to cancel function. But how it will know this? Remember, we check the get state here. If get state function is not approved, he will go to the cancel function and see payment fail. It will go to the cancel function and load the cancel file. This is the cancel file with a simple message which tells the user that the transaction was cancelled. If it is succeed, it will redirect to the success function, which is with success file and a simple message: your payment was successful, thank you for purchase. Now it is the time to test our code. Let's do it. Localhost CodeIgniter _ PayPal project. Go. This is the PayPal payment now. Here the pay now. If you remember, the pay now button. Click pay now and it will redirect to PayPal payment page. Now you have two options to pay with PayPal account or pay with debit or credit card. You see also cancel and return, which will cancel the order and return you to the cancel page. But before go with this payment, let's see something. In the PayPal, you should change the mode from sandbox to live when you publish your system or your site to the production. Remember, change the mode from sandbox to live in the production. Now I will cancel first and then I will complete the payment. Let's open our database to clear the transactions. Payments will clear the transaction. Now let's cancel first and it will return to the cancel page and I see payment failed. Like you see, payment failed. Let's try another payment. Pay now. I will use my account in PayPal because I have not any debit or credit. It will process my information, and if it verified, I will see like this. When I click continue, it will complete the order and return it the response as you see here and insert the data into the database. Let's see our table. Yes, this is the complete transaction ID. The payment method is PayPal. Payer status is verified. The total and subtotal and tax, and the payment state is completed. Thank you for watching, and I am here to answer any question. Please support us with like or subscribe or share, and see you in the next video. Bye.